Guys, we're back. We're live. And it's the next two games. It's the two games in Group D. This is the end of the group. Let's see what happens. Obviously, US play Turkey. Turkey out. Turkey are already out. Turkey just playing for pride. As for Paraguay, as for Australia, there is still something to play for. There is still something to play for. But yeah, the US have got the job done. US have won the group. Let's see what happens between the other two. Bear with me, guys. I'm just going to get set up. Should have done this a little bit earlier. Apologies. We are getting it sorted now. But yeah, it's the final two games of Group D. This is the US's group. US have won the group. Let's see what happens with the other two teams. There's two teams in this group. We want to know what happens. We want to know what happens. Who do you guys have for this game? Who do you guys have for these two games? There's two games going on at the same time. Who's going to get the job done? US against Turkey, I mean, it's a nothing game. It really is a nothing game. It doesn't really matter who wins. That game, it comes down to pride, really. USA to win. USA to win. Okay. Let's see. You still back them to win, even when they don't need a point. The US don't need a point. US have done enough. They have done enough. They are going to be winning that group no matter what happens. But let's see. Let's see. Thank you for the follow, Morelem. How'd you not fall asleep? I mean, those two games that we just watched, they were. I mean, if that's the closest I think I've been. That is the closest I think I've been. But thankfully, we stayed awake. Can Ana Valencia plays for Ecuador, brother? Turkey and Australia are winning. Turkey isn't going to get a point anyways. USA is at home trying to show off. US have rested. The US have definitely rested. Have you watched all the games this World Cup? I have, John. Every single one. What about you? What's the motive after the World Cup, G? After the World Cup, we do transfer talk. We do transfer talk, and then the league season begins. The club season begins. And as you know, I support this team right here. That's my team. We'll watch every single game in the Premier League, Champions League, Carabao, FA, you name it, we'll be there. Hopefully at the stadium. If not, we're doing a watch along. That is the motive. Who do you think winning, Turkey or USA? US are resting so many players. The US have rested so many of their players. Can Australia beat Paraguay? How did it feel when Gabriel won the league? Great. When you won the league, it felt amazing. 22 years we waited. Gabriel, part of the team that won it. What's been the best game so far? I think the England game. England-Croatia, probably. England-Croatia ended 4-2. That was a good game. What do you think? Aussie, oi, oi. Let's see. Let's see what Australia can do. For me, I think Australia-Paraguay is the game to watch. That is definitely the game to watch. I'm watching both, obviously, but if I was to choose one, the other game, I mean, one team's won the group, the other's been knocked out. Is Turkey knocked out? Turkey is knocked out of the World Cup. US can't win. They rested so many players. US can't win. They rested so many. They rested so many of their players. Let's see. Let's see what they do. Turkey, I mean, they're out already. Thank you for the follow, Fizzy. USA taking it. Have you seen the USA team? Like, have you guys actually looked at the squad? Because if you look at the squad, you'll know there are so many players missing for the US. Let's have a look at the teams. I did this at the end of my last stream. US have rested so many of the players. Like, when you go through that team, Turner in goal. Turner is not the number one keeper. He's not been the number one keeper in the first two games. There's no Dest. There's no Richards. There's no Freeman. There's no Robinson. There's no Adams. There's no Pulisic. There's no Balogun. They've made so many changes, the US. So many changes. As for Turkey, they've gone for a very strong side. Yilmaz, Yildiz, Güler. They're going attacking. Turkey obviously wants to get a goal. They need to get a goal, surely. Nope, Turkey finished bottom. Whatever happens, they could win 20-0 Turkey, they're going to finish bottom of the group. There's nothing they can do to not finish bottom of the group. Turkey, bottom of the group. That can't change. That won't change. That will not change. Turkey are going to finish bottom of the group regardless. The US have finished top. US have finished top. Turkey have finished bottom. Why wouldn't they rest their players though? Like that only exactly. It makes sense. This is exactly LC. This is exactly what Germany should have done. Germany lost and all their players played. It made no sense. No sense whatsoever. Like, if you have 6 points and you've won the group, you rest everybody. And that's exactly what the US have done. And well done to them. I mean, Pochettino clearly knows that's what you need to do. I mean, smart manager. Smart manager. The German manager, Nagelsmann, he started everybody. Why? You have to ask him. I ain't got a clue. I have no idea why he started all his players. He didn't need to. He absolutely didn't need to do that. But that's what he did. That is what he did. Let's go through the comments. Australia ML. What is that? What's ML? ML, I have no idea what that means. Has bro watched every single game? Every single game, and we're going to watch every single game until the very end. Paraguay and Australia would both take draw, I reckon. Both draw, both qualify. Both draw. What if they draw? Both qualify. What one would be a better watch? Better watch, in my opinion, is Australia against Paraguay because there's something to play for. US have won the group. Like, the US have won the group. Turkey have finished bottom. The game is literally just played because they have to play all three games. The US don't want to play this game realistically. Turkey, they're out. They're out of the World Cup. So I get it. If you're from the US or you're from Turkey, you'll watch that. But if you want to watch a game where there's something at stake, you definitely watch the other one. This water bottle was making too much noise. Too much noise. Your prediction, Paraguay, Australia. Thank you for the heart, me, Romain. Which one are you watching? Prediction. Let's see what Australia do. Is Iran Kunda starting? LC, which game are you watching? I don't know if you're still in the live, but if you are, which game are you going to be watching? Thank you for the follow, Frostbolt. Will Australia win? 2-1 US, 1-1 tie, 2-1 US. Don't spam, guys. Will Australia win? I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a look at the Australian lineup. I want to see if Iran Kunda's playing. Is Iran Kunda playing? No, he is. He's starting. He's starting, but there's no Toure. It's like they just keep making the same mistake. They keep on making the same mistake. Start Toure, start Iran Kunda, play them both, and you have a chance. You have a chance. Good evening. How you doing, Romain? I'm good, I'm good. I'll be honest, the 2 games before this, not the best. Not the best, but hopefully we have 2 good games now. Which one are you going to be watching? Mark my words. Thank you, Justin. Which game are you watching? Are you watching the US? 1-0 Australia. Thank you for the follow, Jesus. 3-1 USA. Both. Me too. We're doing both. Let's see what the US can do. The US don't need to do anything. Really and truly, the US have done everything they needed to do in the first 2 games. House on US, but US is benching a lot of people. US is benching the best players. They have to. They have to. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's too hot for sleep. For sleep, for sure. For sure. Charlie, stick on a game. If you're going to stick on one, I'd say Paraguay, Australia. If you're going to stick on both, then you get the best of both worlds. Do you think it'll be 1-1 tie for Australia? Let's see. Is this UK times? This is UK times, brother. This is UK times. It is 3 a.m. in the UK. Turkey game, as it's better players, all in USA. USA already qualified. They don't care. It will end in draw. US have won the group. US have won the group. Did US bench? They did. US benched main players. I'm telling you guys now, US have benched the main players. There's no Balogun, there's no Pulisic, there's no Adams, there's no defense. The US have put everybody on the bench, which is the smart move. This is what Germany should have done. Germany didn't do it. Why? You have to ask Nagelsmann why on earth he did not rest his players. The US have rested majority of the team. No Balogun, no Pulisic, no Adams, no Tillman, no Ream, no Dest, no Richards, no Robinson, no Freeman, and no Frees in goal. The US have got it spot on. This is what you do in your final game when you've won the group. You rest. Goulet time to cook. I'm going to watch the US games. I watched the matches with my buddies and we had a laugh. But the quality was not there. It wasn't. And it's going to be Morocco to play the Netherlands, Brazil to play Japan, and possibly France, Sweden. Can you analyze US versus Turkey? I can analyze, but they've rested. US have rested all of the team. The US have rested Balogun, Pulisic, Tillman, Freeman, everybody. Richards, Dest, Robinson, Adam, everybody. The keeper. The US have done what they needed to do. I'm going to go to the bottom. There's a lot of comments. I'm going to start again, guys. I played USA Turkey both to score. We don't do tips here. They smart. So next match, the players are going to be fit. The players are going to be fit and ready to go for the round of 32. That's what Germany should have done. That is exactly what Germany should have done. Glad you had a good evening. I mean, if you watched those at home, you would have been bored. At least you had company. US not bothered if they lose. Yeah, this game could end. Turkey could win this game 20-0 and it makes no difference. It's just for pride. That's all it is. It's for pride and it's for the sake of having to play your third game. Do you think the US will win? US have rested heavily. Like the US do not care about this game. The other game, there's a lot to play for. Second place and third place could see you qualify. US will defo win. Then no worries, Mahmoud. Who do you think will win for each match? It's hard to predict between Australia and Paraguay. It's very hard to predict. The US Turkey game is just not even worth predicting because both teams. It's like this. I don't even know how to describe. It's like a third versus fourth, because it's done. It's done. Like that game, honestly, I think it's the only game that we're going to see where one has qualified and one is out. So it means absolutely nothing. I get it. If you're from the US, you're gonna want to watch your side play, but the game in itself, I mean, it's done. US have qualified. US have won the group. This is the US's group. Group D belongs to the US, and no one's going to change that. That can't be changed. It cannot be changed. But we will watch both games because we've watched every single game at this World Cup, and we're not going to stop now. US will definitely win. No worries. Who do you think will win for each match? I have no idea. Guys, do not ask me about the US because the US have rotated heavily. Heavily. Sweden is cooked. Yeah, France is going to be tough. Do you think US will score in first half? What a letdown. Yeah, Turkey have been a huge, huge letdown. Not a single goal. Forget point. Not a single goal. When does bro sleep when the games end? What if USA loses against Turkey? Doesn't matter. Makes no difference. US have won the group. US have qualified. I think US were the second team to qualify. I think first it was Mexico because Mexico played first. And then US played, they qualified. That 2-0 win against Australia, that was it. That was it. And then obviously Turkey lost. That was the one that confirmed it. It was the Paraguay win against Turkey. It confirmed first place for the US. USA isn't going anywhere. way too many European teams that will show them. Germany is still in. I don't know what happened to Turkey. USA will lose, don't have their good team, doesn't matter. Yeah, doesn't matter. Makes no difference. Honestly, but the thing is, US have the home crowd. They've still got good players. Reina is playing. Pepe is playing. They still do have good players. There's just no Balogun and no Pulisic. Let's not forget. Those guys have been very good. Pulisic in the first game, Balogun in both games. Literally, bro, and smart manager would sit. Yeah, that's exactly what they would do. Rest. Like, the only group where they shouldn't rest is France-Norway. Because both teams have 6 points, they have to. Norway have to win that game. France, chance. Turkey all over the place, as usual. Turkey are all over the place. US almost score. Why would they deliberately lose? Nobody would deliberately lose. They're not planning to lose, but they're resting all their players. They are resting everybody. I would do the same. If I was in that position, I would want the same thing to happen to my side. Turkey wants something for the fans. That's all it is. Pride. It is pride. Australian, Paraguay, but yeah, that's the game to watch. I think that is definitely the game to watch. A draw and they're both through. Chance. US have scored. The US have scored. It's an early goal and it's Trusty with the goal. Trusty has got the goal. The US lead. Turkey all over the place. Turkey, as it stands, have 0 points. The US have got another goal. They're on 9 points. Wow. Wow. Turkey just all over the place. It just keeps on getting worse. It's a corner that comes in. What kind of defending is that? He's free at the back post. How can he control it, bring it down, and finish? It's a shambles, an absolute shambles. How has he got time to bring it under control? In the box, at the back post, unmarked, free. He takes a touch and scores. Honestly, I see USA going as far to the quarterfinals. Let's see. They've won the group. They're going to play again for sure. Thank you for the follow, Aspinall. 50 comments. Goodness gracious. US have scored, guys. US have scored. Let's see if Australia or Paraguay get a goal. Will Turkey get a goal? Turkey haven't scored a goal at this World Cup. Trusty's got a good goal. Appreciate it, W. We trying, man. We trying. Hopefully tomorrow we get a trim. Hopefully tomorrow we get a trim. Not gonna lie, Turkey winning, USA benched main players. A lot of people qualify aren't that great. USA will reach quarterfinals. USA 2-0, Paraguay 3-2. USA will reach quarterfinals. Third one was Germany. You convinced me to watch Australia vs Paraguay. I wanted to watch the US because I really enjoy. I mean, watch that game. The other one, I just feel like there's a lot at stake. This game, what is at stake? US are going to win it regardless. They're going to win the group regardless. It's a nothing game. It's just for the fans. It's literally just for the fans. In terms of the US, they don't want injuries. In terms of Turkey, they just want a goal. Turkey just want one goal, to leave the tournament having scored a goal so their fans can at least celebrate a goal. Appreciate it, W. I think US will win because they want to put on a show for everyone. Yeah, for the fans, a lot of fans in the stadium. The US, obvious, and on top of that, the players that have come in are going to want to put in a good performance. So the manager, has to think, maybe I select them for the next game. They want to be selected in the team for the next game. They're going to try. They are going to try. US on the attack again. US on the attack again. Goal is Turkey is out. Turkey is out. I will laugh and can't wait to see what team knocks USA out. Goal. Yeah, we got a goal. Touchdown USA. Touchdown, Goal USA. Nobody needs to win against France. No, Norway needs to win. Norway needs to win the group. They don't want to lose. But if they do, US don't care, yeah. US not only have they gone through, they've won the group. Turkey, man. The only game you want to lose is the Algeria versus Austria. Yeah, that's the final game. It's the very final game of the groups. Just letting you all know, I'm very much US minus Trump. Has Trump gone to any of these games? Has he been at any of the matches? I haven't seen him. It's surprising, given that they're kind of everywhere in America. They're all over. 1-0 US. Starting to get sick of America being good. America are good. America are good. And this is the second team. You don't think that you know what it is? USA are actually going for it because it's predominantly USA fans in the stadium. They're putting on a show. Turkey just so bad. Turkey are just so bad. I just feel like the other game, there's a lot at stake. Qualifications at stake. And let's see. Australia corner. Guys, I'm going to go down to 60 comments. Thank you for the follows. I will try to read every comment from the bottom. America are goated. Deal with it. He wants to present the trophy to the final winner. I wish he would stay out of it. Is he not going to be at any of the games though, Smithson? Is he just going to go to the final game and that's it? Surely he'd go to like at least like 5, 6. I mean, presidents go to every single game. 22 it happened. 2018 Putin was there. 14 I'm sure the Brazilian prime minister, president, whatever it is, was at the games. I'm screwed after that German game today. I'm an English Ecuador fan. Oh, Josh, you are caught in a very tough place because we're going to win the group and it looks like it's going to be Ecuador. And then Mexico, and then Brazil, and then Argentina. It's not going to get easier. We don't even have our best players playing today. Yep. It's a rotated side. Rain is there. Would be funny if he had to give the trophy to. That would be funny. It'd be great if the US played Iran, just for the vibes, But I can't see it happening. Thank you for the follow, Omar. He doesn't care about football. Yeah, but it's a World Cup. It's a World Cup. You gotta be there. Gotta be there. Especially as the president. They have to change everything for security. If he goes, he went to a Knicks game. Everyone hated it. Damn. Damn. Brad Pitt's at this game. I know a celebrity. I saw Brad Pitt. And I recognized him. Mexico president didn't go because she's given her tickets away. 1-0 to USA. Would be funny if Japan won and didn't. So, I'm not Iranian. Turkey from dark horses to light horses. I love the one up. Who scored for USA? Trusty. Austin Trusty, former Arsenal player. Turkey is so. We used to be the best. Yeah, I mean, this Turkey team hasn't scored a goal. Will they score a goal before they leave? They will be leaving. Will they be leaving with a goal? That is the question. Will Güler, Yildiz, Yilmaz, somebody score? Turkey have scored. It's Arda Güler. Arda Güler has scored. Arda Güler has scored. Montella's last game in charge. Güler's got a goal. The Real Madrid star has scored for Turkey. They have their first goal at the World Cup. What's boring about US games, they show celebrities more than football. Yeah, I mean, when it's a US game, you do see a lot of celebrities at the game. It's poor defending. Yilmaz finds Arda Güler, and he finds the back of the net. Should have done that in the last game or the game before that. Yeah, Trump going to the NBA Finals. Even had stadium staff queuing for an hour. It was, wow, okay. Maybe he should avoid. Turkey, goal. Tom Cruise was with David Beckham at the first game, right? I think so. Can't remember. Arda Güler's got the goal. The timing, yeah. Turkey have scored. Let's see if we get any goals in the other game. Now does US win? And I'll never violate again. Well, their first goal. Who you think wins Paraguay? This is the game that I've got a close eye on because it could be a draw, and if it's a draw, both go through. But let's see. Let's see. Turkey has finally done it. Lola, we're cheering for goals. Hopefully we get some goals. The US Turkey game. I mean, hopefully we see like 5 goals because the points don't matter. So just get the goals. Hopefully we see a 3-2 game. What about you? Who were you cheering for? Woohoo, go Turkey. Paraguay 1, Australia 2. Finally, Scotland out then. Scotland out then. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What does it mean right now? What does it mean right now for Scotland? Paraguay 2, high five Montella, embarrassing. They're just not going to score in the Australia game, right? Hopefully we get some goals. Hopefully. Thank you for the follow, Algerian Patriot. I'm here for the vibes. Nice. Let's get some goals. Goals will bring very good vibes. Let's see where Scotland are now. And as it stands, this hasn't changed anything. This has not changed anything because Paraguay were already ahead of Scotland. The next, I'll tell you which game will. The next one will for sure. The next group, if Senegal win, Scotland are out. If Senegal win, Scotland are out. That's not true either, because Croatia still have to play, as do Algeria. Scotland basically out. Basically out. We just right now have to be realistic. Scotland need an absolute miracle to qualify. Thank you for the follow, Daniel. Thank you for the follow, Tristan. Thank you for the follow, Jay. Thank you for the follow, Stephen. Both teams scoring. Paraguay, Australia. Is there enough quality on the pitch? Obviously, Enciso, he has a lot of quality. Iran Kunda has a lot of quality for Australia. If we can get 2 goals, that would be brilliant. Turkey is out no matter what. Yep. Scotland are out for me. For me too. I'm just trying to like build up some suspense. Really, Scotland, when that 3rd goal went in, that was it. When Brazil scored the 3rd goal, it was done. That was when it was home time. However, mathematically, it's not done yet. But it is. If you look at the table and you look at the goal difference, the moment they conceded that 3rd goal against Brazil, it was done. Thank you for the follow, Rodriguez. Yeah, literally remained. When the 3rd goal went in, that was it. They couldn't concede 3 goals. They couldn't concede 2. But 2 is one thing, 3 is something completely different, given they've only scored 1 goal. Their goal difference is bad, but their goals scored is even worse. Turkey gonna win. We don't do any of that, Lucas. US will obviously beat Bosnia. Let's see. Could go to penalties, could go to extra time. Knockouts, strange things happen. But you expect US to win. US have been a good team, a very good team. In all 3 games, even this one. This one, they've dominated the chances so far. They have the ball. And this is a rotated US side. I hope they both score. Scotland don't deserve to go through. Only goal they scored was a deflection. McGinn, yeah. It was us against Germany that really threw the whole 3rd place lineup. They needed Ecuador to not win that game. And Ecuador won. You're right, Josh. You guys really caused them a big problem. Because 2 points, Scotland would have finished ahead of you guys. But 4 points, nope. Nope. US playing good football here. US are playing some good football. Turkey have it back. Free kicks given. And to be honest, Algeria and Senegal are better than Scotland. Algeria have 2 goals. Yeah, and Algeria do have, like, they've got Aït-Nouri, they've got Mahrez, they've got Mazar, who I think looks good. I didn't know about Mazar, but now I know about Mazar. They've got Gouiri up front. They have a decent team. Ben Sebaini. Algeria do have good players. Scotland really have 2 players. They have 2, McGinn, McTominay, and Gannon Doak, but Gannon Doak is very young. US are through. I'm a little bit behind on the US game because streaming that one, I'm ahead on the other one. US have all of the ball. Turkey just defending. Turkey have their goal. Their only goal at the World Cup. You think Spain winning tomorrow? Yeah, I think Spain have too much for Uruguay. Uruguay have to win. No, Uruguay have to not lose. Draw, and I think they'll be all right. Bosnia is a good team. It's not going to be obvious. Canada 2, South Africa 0. We should know anything can happen. Yeah, knockouts, anything can happen. 1 red card, you're in trouble. Dang, Turkey. Like, before this World Cup started, first or second for Turkey. I thought they'd finish either on 6 or 7 points. I didn't think they'd win the group. I didn't think they'd beat the US. But they should have finished, first or second. They finished rock bottom. Coming from a Scottish person, Scotland's never been good at football. I thought we knew this at this point. It's true, but the thing is, now that 3 teams go through, like, you'd expect Scotland to make it. If it's 2 teams with Morocco and Brazil, it's unlikely. But with 3 teams going through, I mean, that's the best chance you're going to get. It is the best chance. Is USA not using? No, they're not Davey. They've changed it. They have changed it. This is the B team, and the B team is drawing with the Turkey A team. For your information, Russell Crowe is the US coach, and we don't call number 16 Alex Freeman. He is Diamond's little brother. Diamond's little brother. Russell Crowe. Oh, Russell Crowe, as in he looks like him. Okay. Yeah, Pochettino. Listen, he was a very good manager at Spurs. Just never won anything. Let's see what he does with the US. Algeria similar level to Scotland. No, they're not. Algeria won the AFCON like 7 years ago. They still have Mahrez, and yes, Mahrez is like, he's older now. Aït-Nouri, they've got players. Do you think Paraguay game will have just 1 goal? Let's see. Australia corner. They've got huge players, Australia. Can't beat the first man with the corner. Paraguay, Australia, it's like I'm watching a 17-year-old World Cup game. Yeah, I mean, I think if it does come, it's coming from a set piece. For Australia, it's going to be a set piece. Saw an American that thought Bosnia and Herzegovina were separate World Cup teams. Their name is so long, like, for the graphic on the screen up here, when it's Bosnia, it takes up like half the page. They got a long name. Like, it used to be just Bosnia and it was simple, but Bosnia and Herzegovina, it is a long name. It's the longest name at the World Cup. Is Paraguay going to score? Neither team has had a great chance, I don't think. But both qualify if it's a draw. Robertson, your opinion on... Yeah, Robertson as well. Let's not forget Robertson. Robertson is... You can put him up there with McGinn and McTominay. The only thing with Robertson is legs just not the same. If you gave me Robertson from 4 years ago, yeah, for sure, world class. But you're giving me Robertson when he's 32 years old and Liverpool have got rid. It's not the same. Like, Liverpool would never get rid of a player that is delivering. I mean, he doesn't have the legs anymore. Tierney, exactly. Tierney's another one. Robertson, Ferguson, Shankland. Really, it's McGinn, McTominay, and Robertson. Like, Ferguson and Shankland, what have they done at this World Cup? In the 3 games, like, McTominay has had chances and probably should have scored. McGinn scored and should have had a penalty. But yeah, let's see what happens in these games. Do we see 2 yellow cards in this Turkey game? No idea. Yeah, Mazza looks good. I didn't. I'll be honest with you, Romain. I didn't know about Mazza, but I saw Mazza against Austria. Was it no? It was against Jordan. Mazza looked good. He wanted the ball. He always wanted the ball, and technical, very technical player. Like technically gifted, and he's like 20 years old. He's definitely one for the future. He impressed me. Will there be one goal in the Paraguay game? I hope. Robertson isn't good, I'm afraid. He's lost his prime. Yeah, he has. Robertson, 3-4 years ago, incredible player. Incredible. I think you look at it and possibly the best left back around 3 or 4 years ago, but now he's not. And that's exactly why he's joined Spurs. Turkey can't qualify, Emre. Turkey finished. Turkey bottom of the group, even if they win. 2 yellow cards. I don't know about yellow cards, guys. Thank you for the follow, Dr. Wakar. Who should win? Aussies, who should win? I mean, both should win, but both can draw. A draw's good enough for both. I feel like some teams could have done way better. Yeah, I mean, Turkey being one of those. Turkey definitely being one of those. Thank you for the follow, baby. Why do we do this? It's 3 a.m. It's the World Cup, Seb. Well, the US don't need to win. No, they don't. They could lose. They could lose and they'll still finish top. Up the team that finished 10th in the Premier League. Thank you for the follow, DJ Kush. Go to Australia. Algeria would get battered by Scotland, mate. You think? You think Algeria would get battered by Scotland when Scotland didn't batter Haiti? Like that Haiti game, if Haiti had more quality, they would have got a draw at least. Scotland didn't have a shot on target against Morocco, and I think it took until the second half to have a shot on target against Brazil. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think Algeria will get battered. I think it'd be a good game. Do you know who? I don't know who that is. Diamond's little brother. Who is that? Diamond. Why are North African teams much better than Middle East teams? The North African teams historically have done very well in Africa. You look at it, Algeria have won it, Egypt have won so many. That's why. They're good teams with players that have played at the very, very top level. Like Salah and Mahrez, give me two players in the Middle East that have had careers like theirs. Two players that have had careers like who's had a career like Salah? Who's had a career like Mahrez? Who's had a career like Hakimi? Hakimi's got 2 Champions Leagues. Or Brahim Diaz, who's playing for Real Madrid. Who scored first? US scored. Austin Trusty with the goal. Lots of comments. I'm going to try and skim through. Paraguay vs Australia, such a tough one to call. It is proper tough. Oh, Turkey are out. Turkey are out. Turkey could win 21 and it's not going to make a difference. Thank you for the follow, ATI. Anyone here play? Nah, I didn't start Seb, I'll be honest. I missed the first game and then I thought, no point. Who do you have? Do you have Mbappe? That's the question. Do you have Mbappe? Do you have Messi? Who do you have? I've got Wissa. He plays Uzbekistan. Yeah, I mean, they're going to go for it. Both teams are going to go for it because if they win, Uzbekistan goal difference ain't going to happen. But DR Congo with a win will be on 4 points. All my Algerian friends have been telling me about Mazza for 2 years. The same goes. Haj Musa looked good as well. But Haj Musa, he is only left foot. And like I saw him come on, and there is no right foot. There is no right foot. It's basically Mahrez. He's basically Mahrez. Only left foot. But the left foot, let's see. He plays Austria. Let's see what he does. But Mazza he is a Mazza. He's a very good player. But now I saw Haj Musa come on, and like you don't forget the name because of the way he plays. He plays every time, tries to get it on the left foot. What are we thinking about US Turkey? Pulisic is expected to play most of second half. Pulisic back from injury. The US is best player. This Australia Paraguay game has not been it. I'll be honest, the US game's better. There's nothing to play for, but the US have quality, and I don't know, it's just a better game. I'd say Netherlands and US dark horses for the World Cup. Yeah, both have been very good. Thank you for the follow, Joseph. Mazet is strong because outside of the World Cup, he plays matches for. He does. He plays in. Is it Germany? Does he play in Germany? What are we thinking? USA letting the backups get some playing time while they. Exactly. You got to do what you have to do. Any Scotland fans here? There are some Scotland fans here, but they're not out yet, Seb. They're not out. Australia 2-1 win. Come on, mate. I woke up at 3. Which game are you going to watch? Which game are you sticking on? Both teams to score, Australia and Paraguay. Do you think US can win tonight? The way they're playing, yes. This is a rotated team, but they still look better than Turkey. And then you're going to see Pulisic and these guys come on. It's going to get even worse. Turkey are just so bad. Like, just so bad. Free kick. US advantage. Poor heavy touch, Aronson. It's a heavy touch. Heavy touch. Chris Brady, our keeper, is actually called Lauren's boss's son. Okay, Chris Brady, our keeper. Your keeper's Turner, no? Or is he the third keeper? There's Fries, there's Turner, who used to play for my club, and then Brady. Oh yeah, Brady. Chris Brady is actually called Lauren's boss's son. Fair. Fair. US are going to get another goal. It's a corner. This Paraguay-Australia game is a tough watch. It is such a tough watch in the first half an hour. This other game, it's a good game, even though there's nothing to play for. I have played both of games in halftime. I will want it. Can someone get McDonald's low cappuccino and chocolate muffin? Cappuccino and chocolate muffin. It's cappuccino time, that's for sure. Maybe chocolate muffin too. Ooh, chance. How have they not scored? They've scored there. Is he offside? No, it's USA 2. We're going to the bottom, guys. US have scored. US have scored. It's Alex Freeman's sister. Offside's given. Offside is given. Will it stand? Nah, he's offside. He is clearly offside. It's not going to stand. Going to go to the bottom, guys. Loads of comments. I need to start again, otherwise I'm never going to catch up. Where are we? Scotland won. Scotland won. Win right. Scotland won who right? Scotland won. What is ASE? What team is that? Probably. Offside, yeah, offside. Offside. Touchdown USA. The France and Norway match will be interesting. It will be. Let's see who finishes top. Nico passed to Chelsea soon, boys. We are going. Do you know what you should do, Seb? You should go to Strasbourg and say, give me Enciso, because Enciso is a good player. You got rid of Enciso. I mean, he's still your player, kind of. And you brought in Garnacho. Give Strasbourg Garnacho and take Enciso off him. That's the sub. That is the sub. That is the transfer. That's the swap. Bring in Enciso. Arda chance for Turkey. Chance for Turkey. Turkey score. Turkey score. They've made it to 2-1 Turkey. Thank you for the follow, 123. Naquata Chelsea to be confirmed today. Really? ASE is what I presume Australia. Australia. Thanks for that, Bella. Let's figure this out. Australia. Let's look at, yeah, because Paraguay have a terrible goal difference, but Paraguay have scored 2 goals. Scotland have only got a goal. That's the problem. Scotland have got a goal. Scotland want Australia to win by 2 goals to nil. Australia have to win 2-0 or 3-1 or 4-2. Thank you, Amir. I just realized I've been here since the 4th of January. Since where? Been where? What, on the lives? Yeah, I mean, I think it was, I don't know when I started, to be honest. Need to check. Thank you. Thank you, Amir. Yeah, Turkey got the goal. Turkey got the goal, 2-1 Turkey. It makes no difference, though. I still don't know how it works when we buy from Strasbourg, buying from, literally. But Enciso is at Strasbourg. He needs to come back. He needs to come back. He's a good player. He's 10 times the player Garnacho is. I've seen that at the World Cup. In the game against Turkey, they were a man down. He was dribbling past 2, 3, 4 players. And he didn't do it once, he did it multiple times. Turkey on the attack again. Turkey on the attack again. Should have played like this in the last game. Should have played like this in the last game. Thank you, Amir. Are Sweden through? How does it work? Sweden are through. Sweden are through. Get 4 points and you're through. It's as simple as that. 4 points and you'll be fine. This game is going to be crazy. This game, I said if we get 5 goals, 3-2, it'll be good. And points, nobody cares about points. It's just about goals. It is literally just about goals. Literally, they should have done this in the last game, Turkey, and the game before that. It's too late now. It's too late now. I will laugh if Scotland get. It won't happen tonight. It won't happen tonight, but it could happen tomorrow. It could happen tomorrow at what time? It could happen very soon. It could happen very soon. It could happen tomorrow at 8 p.m. If Senegal win, Scotland fall to 9th. Turkey on the attack again. Arda Güler. Chance, poor ball. 30 messages. Goodness gracious. Let's go down and start again, guys. Apologies if I've missed your comments. Can Turkey still advance? No. That's a very simple no. Nice for Julia. For Turkey? I think it's funny that people think this game is going to be crazy. We were smart to keep... Yeah. I mean, it makes the most sense. The thing is, now that this game means nothing, let's at least see goals. Because why not? Why not see some goals? Points makes no difference. Win makes no difference. Lose, draw, let's at least get some goals. Like, this game is basically a friendly. That's what it is. If only Turkey were playing like this in their... Exactly that. If they were playing like this in their first 2, they would still be in the World Cup. Players out. Ain't no way US is losing. It makes no difference. They could lose 10-1 and it makes no difference. The Turkish players need welcomed with eggs at the airport. It's always the other way around. Shot from distance, saved. I hit KG games, which is why I'm watching US. Yeah, I mean, it's an open game. Because, like, in this game, what tactics do you really need? There's nothing to play for other than pride. It's literally just score goals. Score goals. Thank you for the follow, Malak. Lost all my... It's a weird World Cup. It's always the other way around. I mean, Cape Verde have probably been the problem. They've got 2 draws against Spain and Uruguay. Let them goal out on their best. Yeah, just keep on scoring. Keep on scoring. I think that was Leonardo DiCaprio. That one I recognize too. That one I know. Some I have no idea. They put the camera on them and honestly, I couldn't tell you who the hell they are. But I think that was Leo. Turkiye games are always drama. That's why shame they're going out. Yeah, I mean, they've saved all the drama for when it's not needed. Right now, They needed to do this in the first game against Australia, but they didn't. And then against Paraguay, they played against 10 men for a whole half and they couldn't get a goal. Thank you for the follow, Kel. Paraguay got to score one right. Nope. As it stands, both are going through. I put Australia and Turkey 35 Messi. I can't keep up. Comments are literally, I can't keep up. I look away and it's like 25. Lost. Ryan, nah, I get it, man. It's been a bad World Cup. It has been a bad World Cup. But we don't do that here. No tips. Ramos from Como to Chelsea as well in exchange for Chalobah. For Chalobah? Hasn't he been your best defender? Like, out of all of the centre backs, the Tosins, the Badia Shills, and God knows what else, the Fofanas, I think Chalobah's been the best. And he's leaving. Bro, what? US is playing backups. They don't care about this game. They don't. It means nothing to the US. And if, like, it means nothing. They don't care. They really don't care. Pochettino is a smart man. He is a very smart man. I mean, this bottle's going crazy. So many celebs. I think the game's in LA. It must be. Yeah, it's in California. It is in California. Thank you for the follow, Phoenix. While I didn't have this as a score for Turkey, 50 comments. I would rather see happy fans than celebrities. I don't mind seeing celebrities, but just not all the time. But obviously, fans, when teams score, that's what you want to see. But celebrities sometimes, like, if we saw a LeBron James or a Tom Brady, like, everybody would know who they are. They're showing people that, I'll be honest with you, most of Europe have no idea who they are. Most of Europe could not tell you their first name, their surname, what they do, nothing. But when they show like a Brad Pitt, everybody knows Brad Pitt. When they show you a Leo DiCaprio, everybody knows him. It's just some of the people, nobody has a clue. Nobody has a clue. Thank you for the follows, guys. I'm going to have to go to the bottom because otherwise I'm just not going to catch up. And it just keeps on coming because the US are playing. 4 a.m. games are always based on the West Coast or Mexico. Tiki-taka France. No, I don't really want to see celebs who are there for PR likely. No, I think some of them just want to watch the game. Some of them want to watch the US. Like, some of them travel to the UK to watch games in the Premier League. They showed Ronaldo at the Mexico game. I mean, that's somebody people want to see for sure. Yo, my game is synced with the time. Good, man. That means you are going to be keeping up to date. USA B team, by the way. Yep, B team. Australia game boring. It is 40 minutes. And I'll be honest, I said to people, don't watch the US game. Watch the US game. Definitely watch the US game. The other game is not it. He'll be an attacking back five. Hato, Colwell, Fofana, Ramos. Fofana, still, you're going to still persist with that guy. Like, at some point, you've got to move on, man. Colwell, I get. Colwell's been out for ages, but he's probably the best centre-back. Fofana, I think it's just time to wrap it up. He's been in and out of the team with injury for, like, since he joined. And last season, he played a lot of games. Did he look good? Arda looking like he's getting in gear. Too late. Too late to be getting in gear. He needed to be in gear 2 games ago. CB-wise, that's insane. Alcimino coming back as well. You need to bring Thingy. You need to bring, what's his name? Enciso, I'm telling you. Tom Cruise was with David Beckham during Paraguay. Yeah, those are 2 serious celebrities, which nobody will be bothered about seeing. Not at all. Those are really football fans, Premier League. Regardless of US losing, drawing, or winning this game, they're still through. And in first place. So not only through, but they've won the group. They have won the group. Are Paraguay asleep? They're putting me to sleep. That's what they're doing. I don't know if they're asleep, but that game is putting me to sleep. That's why I'm just watching the US game. The other game is There is no quality. Doesn't look good. Does not look good at all. Americans were saying they're winning the whole thing after beating Paraguay. Yeah, it's played in the Sophie Stadium in California. Is it SoFi? Was it Sophie? I know it's the Kroenke Stadium, but is it SoFi or Sophie? It's that pairing with Colwell though. Yeah, I mean with Colwell, I think whoever you put next to him is gonna play better. But I just think Fofana this season, not been it. Not been it. I think you need to bring Jackson back. Because Delap is definitely not it. My prediction, final, Netherlands versus Portugal, and winner is Netherlands. Turkey is scoring is crazy. How many goals do they need to get back in the game? Makes no difference, Gensel, no difference. They could win this game and score another 6 goals. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. They're just playing for pride. They should have played like this 2 games ago and last game. Not now, it's too late now. Why no one videoing it? It's you can't show it online, but it's free to stream in some countries. Maybe yours. Why didn't Turkey turn this mode? Literally, Australia, Paraguay. Paraguay was against 10 men for a whole half. Where did you from? I'm from London, Adam. What about you? I need Australia to win that game, not gonna lie. I need a goal. We need a goal. We need anything at this point. Red card. Oh, that could literally, have I just. It's a free kick. Maybe not a red card. Let's not hope for that. But definitely a goal. Both teams will be going for a draw. A draw is enough for both. Oh my god, your little Beckham. Your little Beckham sipping wine? Little Beckham? Who's little Beckham? His son? Was it Romeo? Can't remember. Brooklyn? I don't know their names. But he's sipping wine? At the stadium? Damn, I shouldn't even say that word. It'd probably get a restriction. So, yeah, the so I get. It's the fee or the fi, I don't know. Thank you for the follow. Australia and Paraguay, so fee. Okay, so fee, okay. Thank you, Lola, for clearing that one up. Australia and Paraguay both happy with draw. They both, yeah, both go through. They made a deal for draw, like sci-fi. Oh, fi, okay, sci-fi, okay, got it. So it's the SoFi Stadium. It looks amazing. It looks amazing. I hope they do the same thing with my club. So, for you guys that don't know, the owners of that stadium in California also own my club. So the owners of that stadium own my football club, the Cronkies. Shot from distance, keeper saves. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of, I don't know, is it history? It's not really history, it's just a bit of info. The Cronkies own that stadium and they own Arsenal Football Club. Can you put the game live? I can't put the game live. Would you say Qatar 22 matches were... Qatar knockouts were great, but that's because they were played in November, December when the players were fresh. But yeah, Qatar, people say it's not this and not that. For me, the knockouts were great. Knockouts were great. But yeah, the stadium's owned by Kroenke though. You're right. Yeah, they own this stadium and they own my club. And now we like them. I think 5 years ago, every single Arsenal fan did not like them. But now we're big fans of the Cronkies. Especially Josh. Sure, Australia saved. Thank you for the follow, Ben and Bella. So you know if South Korea still has a chance. They have a chance. They have more of a chance than Scotland. Scotland, very, very thin chance. Very slim chance. Not thin. It's a very, very slim chance for Scotland. No worries, Romain. But yeah, they own that stadium and they own my club. They own so many clubs in the US. What nationality are the Cronkies? I'm guessing American. Must be. Yeah, I mean, they are. But yeah, 5 years ago, we were not fans. Now we are definitely fans. Especially if we can get a big signing this summer, we will be even bigger fans. We will be bigger fans. Turkey is going to win fourth place. They're going to finish fourth, yep. What do you think of Turkey's performance? The first two? Terrible. Headers over. Turkey are out even if they win. Yep, they're out even if they win. Do you follow their other team? I don't. I just follow Arsenal. I have to be honest with you. I don't follow the Rams. I don't follow any of their other teams. Just Arsenal. That's my team that I watch every single week, and I've been doing it for about more than 20 years. 35% chance. What does Ryan Reynolds have to do with soccer? He always posting in the UK. So Ryan Reynolds owns a football club. He owns Wrexham. He's the owner of Wrexham, which is a football club that's in the Championship. So there's four leagues. There's the Premier League, which Arsenal are in, and 19 other teams. And then there's a league below that, the Championship. Ryan Reynolds owns one of the teams in that league. He owns Wrexham, who he's brought up before they were in the fourth league. Then they got to the third league. Then they got to the second league. I think they were below the fourth league. So Ryan Reynolds has invested a lot of money and taken them to the Championship, and they got so close to getting into the Premier League, but it didn't happen this season. Maybe next season. Turkey performance. I mean, Turkey performance, whether it's good or bad, it makes no difference. Whether it's good or bad, honestly, it makes no difference. Well, if it's good, it should have happened last game, and if it's bad, then it's the same as what we've seen for the last two games. Paraguay and Australia naturally are ahead of Scotland by yep. Both are on 4 points if they draw, and that's why they're probably not going all out attack trying to score, because both will go through. Just don't lose, and both are through. Is the US playing heavily rotated heavily rotated team? There's no Balogun, there's no Pulisic, there's no defense, no midfield, keepers changed. I mean, it couldn't have been any more rotated. I think the only rotation that could have happened is McKennie not starting. He's the only player. Everybody else has been changed. Yeah, your little Beckham chose to live here. Yeah, he moved to the US. He moved to the US, I guess, with his mom and dad. David Beckham obviously owns a football club, and he's over there too. I don't speak the language, brother, but yeah. You actually like to watch Arsenal defend with 11 players week in, week out and win the Premier League? Yes, I do, Medj. Win the Premier League. You forgot to mention that. Don't forget. We won the Premier League, champions of England. Let's not forget. The owner of Marseille is an American. 2, he used to own the Dodgers in baseball. Okay, nice. I mean, the thing with Marseille is the money in the league is not great. Like the Ligue 1 TV rights, like they're struggling for TV rights almost every season. One season it's the Uber Eats League, one season it's something else. Trying to get promotion for that league is tough. And Marseille, one of the biggest clubs in France. I know PSG have won some Champions Leagues, but Marseille, obviously a huge club. But they can't really spend because of financial fair play. How much can you guys spend a year, Romain? It's too late for Turkey. Too late. Too late. 20 years. I'm old. I'm old. But I've been watching, Arsenal for all my life. And the World Cup every 4 years. Sorry about the PSG win. What are you a PSG fan, Rafka? Champions League incoming, coming soon. Phoenix coming soon. No, if Turkey win 3-1 and Paraguay lose, yeah, I mean Turkey could win 29-1 and it's not going to make a difference. But yeah, both games ending draws. What you think? Let's see. Let's go Turkey. Alhamdulillah. I mean, Alhamdulillah, but they could win honestly 5-1, 6-1, 7-1. It's just pride at this point. If Turkey win 3-1 and Paraguay lost, Turkey are out. He doesn't talk about Beckham though. Yeah, they've got an issue. I don't know what issue they have, but I think they have an issue. Both games ending draws. What you think? Let's see. Weren't so close. Yeah, both halves have ended. It's half time in both games. Let's get through some comments. Yeah, the Wrexham story is crazy. Crazy. They've moved up so many places, so many leagues, and they got so close to the Premier League. Ryan Reynolds got so close to the big time in the UK, in England. And it might happen next season. How does a lower team qualify to join Premier League? So you've got to start outside of the top four. You've got to start non-league and just. I think there's 9 leagues, and you've got to start. If you're going to start a new team, there's 9 leagues, and you've got to work your way up. But Ryan Reynolds didn't go for a new team. He went for a team that was already in existence. They were just, God knows where they were. I think 4th division, maybe outside the Football League. I don't know where Wrexham were, but he's done a great job. He's invested money and he's got them so close to the Premier League. Still live, Aaron. Still live. Yeah, you saw the rotation. The rotation, they went heavy on the rotation, the US. Because listen, they've done the job. They got the wins in the first 2 games. They finished top of the group. Like, they've changed everybody apart from McKennie. Both games ending draw. What you think? Let's see. Turkiye also rotated squad. Yeah, but Turkiye, I mean, they still Yildiz, Yilmaz, Güler. They still have good players, but what's the point now? Thank you for the follow, Archie. US comeback. Let's see who US bring on. He lives in Miami. Guys, there's 60 messages. Goodness gracious. Are you excited for Norway, France? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And Senegal, Iraq. One of them could qualify. We will be there. Champions of Premier League. I think it's going to be a draw, a tie. If Turkey beat US and Australia beat Paraguay, they face Iran in round of 32. Who faces Iran in round of 32? The US won't play Iran. As much as it would be an amazing game to see, it's just not going to happen. I think they'll be on different sides. Yeah, US are going to play. Iran would need to win the group. They would need to win the group, and then both the US and Iran would need to win their round of 32 matches, and then it's possible. Seattle Stadium, it is possible, but Iran need to beat Egypt. Iran need to beat Egypt. And then it's on. Then there is a possibility of us seeing that game. At the same time, Belgium obviously can't absolutely smash New Zealand. It's possible, but there's a lot of things that need to happen. TV rights have been terrible for the past few years, and it's because of PSG and Qatar. Yeah, I think like the Ligue 1, when you look at transfer news, not transfer news, when the transfer window closes, Ligue 1 is just PSG spending money. The other teams don't really spend. They can't spend. These teams are playing not to lose than to win. They both qualify for Lenny. They both qualify. 4 points does it for both. And obviously, US won the group. My GOAT is Thierry Henry. Who's your GOAT? Raheem. Turkey to win, Paraguay to lose is the best outcome. 80 messages. Don't forget, Celtic was the first British team to win the European Cup. Yeah, I mean, Celtic are a huge club. Huge club. And one of the biggest rivalries in football in Scotland. It's definitely like top 5. Old Firm is huge. That new rule with Turkey being out due to being beaten head to head by. Don't lose the games, Ollie. Don't lose the games. They had 2 opportunities and they played against 10 men for a half. It's not like they've been like they played Australia as well. If they're playing Argentina and then Brazil, fair. It's unfair. They played Australia and Paraguay. Gabriel is the best centre back in the league. I'd say 50 to 60 million max, and we're going to face serious financial difficulties this season. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. And Marseille, huge club. But Marseille needs to qualify in the Champions League. Can't be going out in the group stages. Have to at least make the round of 32. I think that's what costs you guys. I mean, this season, definitely. Come on, Australia. Yeah, the other 2 will have minimum 4 points. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, GDK. I thought Turkey was an easy team. A lot of people. US rotated heavily. Heavily. Like, what did you guys expect to happen? Do you think did you honestly believe Pochettino was going to start all 11 players? Because Germany did. Germany shouldn't have done that. And they still lost. Your Arsenal ain't winning. No Prem. My team is Liverpool. Come on. Bro, your team, no Mohamed Salah, good luck. We are the Premier League champions and we will defend it. Turkiye is done low. They blew it when they had a chance. Yeah, done already. Done already. Thank you for the follow, Siri. Guy, head-to-head is the first tiebreaker this year. Yeah, head-to-head is the first. So Turkey are out because they've lost 2 head-to-heads. Do you think US wins this? Let's see. Thank you for the follow, Ruben. Guys, does US have a shot to win? So unlucky for Turkey, man. They played good against US, but it doesn't matter now. Nope. Doesn't matter at all. Doesn't matter at all. I mean, the other game, honestly, has been a painful, painful watch. If you're not watching the US, if you are watching the US against Turkey, just be thankful. Be thankful that's the one you tuned into, because the other game, oh my word, it's been bad. It is up there for worst game of this World Cup for sure. If you are watching that game, what do you think? Australia, Paraguay, wow. Oh, Ryan Reynolds is, yeah, he is rich. I don't know about rich, but he's obviously made a lot from acting, and he bought a football club. I think he bought Wrexham for 6 million. I could be wrong. Something like that. The president has invested 700 million euros over 10 years. He's helping us, but it's not enough to compete. Yeah, I mean, how do you compete with PSG? You can't compete with PSG, especially when they bought Neymar and Mbappe in the same window. They spent like, how much did they spend? Like 400 million euros in one window on 2 players. How can you compete with that? National, they won the 5th division, National League. Okay, so yeah, they got to League 2, League 1, Championship. He's done a great job. He has done a great job. Yo, bro, Messi playing tomorrow. Right, no, Messi's playing in the final group, which is the 28th. For me, it's the 28th. For you guys, it might be the 27th. But it's the very last game of the group. Turkey is losing. Watch second half. Guys, there's 120. Apologies, I'm going to have to go to the bottom. Otherwise, I'm never going to catch up and the second half's going to start. But if you do send a comment, I will read it. It's just I'm so far behind now. Need to go back up. Can Turkey still have a chance of qualifying if Paraguay lose? No. Turkey are out. 108, yeah, 180 on Neymar, and it was crazy. And they did it in one window. It's not like he came in 2017 and he came in 2018. They both came in 2017. It was 2017, right? Both came in the same window. Like, how can you compete? Mod, no way you're awake. It's 4 in the morning, Mod. No, okay. How was the event today? I mean, is Turkey going home bragging about beating US bench players? Turkey is going home saying they scored 2 goals. That's what they're going home to. Is Scotland cooked? It's looking like it. What's hurting us is not qualifying for the Champions League consistently every year. We need consistency. You need to qualify and make the round of 32, I think. I think that cost, I'm sure, a couple of million this season. And then where did I'll be honest, I don't know where. I'm sure Marseille finished top 3. Must have finished top 3 in Ligue 1. Seasons. No, Marseille finished 5th. Didn't even make Europa. Oh my. Oh, they did make Europa. They made Europa. How did you not finish above Lille or Lyon? Lens is different because they had a good season. But Lille and Lyon. Wow. It's tough, Romain, I'll be honest. 5th place, you could not sign. Struggle to sign players. Is USA going to win? USA have rotated this team heavily. Heavily. Like, some of these players, I don't even know who they are. Because the main 11 need the rest. The main 11 are on the bench to get ready for the next game. What do you think about the head-to-head rule? I mean, they've got 3 teams going through. They had to do something. The head-to-head rule, just don't lose. It's pretty self-explanatory. Don't lose, and then the head-to-head won't affect you as much. If you lose, then clearly there are problems. Will US make a comeback? No idea. Thank you for the heart me, Ib Rats. I don't want to butcher the name. Thank you for the heart me, Ib. Just let me know how to pronounce your name. I don't know where I was. How many goals do England need to get on Saturday to get through? England needs to win. Win the game should be enough. It should be enough. And it's not to go through, it's to go through in first place as well. Just win. Because I can't imagine Ghana beating Croatia by many goals. If they do win, it'll be 1 or 2. We have a better goal difference. We've scored 4 goals, conceded 2. We'll go through in first place. Just need to, I think a 2-0, 3-0 will do it. Is Scotland really ain't no Argentina? Do you think Australia will kick a goal in the second half? Kick a goal. Will they kick a goal? Let's see. They might kick a goal, they might not. 5 in the air, not good. Not good. Turkey is just there to fill up the space. Paraguay losing, Turkey win. Turkey are bottom of the group. Even if they score 50 goals, they will be bottom of the group. It's not going to change. Will USA make a comeback or should I? They've rotated heavily. Heavily. Thank you for the follow, Mainu and McTominay. Mr. Manchester United, yeah? Will USA make a comeback or should... Don't spam, guys. Let's see. Let's see. After the Zerbi left the club, yeah, it's not looked good, I'll be honest. My boy never got a chance. My boy Nwaneri, I'm glad he's back. Hopefully we don't sell. He never got a chance. But they've got good players. Marseille have good players. Marseille have good players. I don't know. You need signings. Who can you bring in? Thank you for the follow, Ib. If the US loses, it has no bearing on... It makes no difference. It makes no difference. Turkey need another goal. US will definitely grab one late. If the Aussies win and Turkey win, Turkey will not get third. Turkey will finish bottom regardless of what happens. Ibrahimovic, like the number 9. Alright, thanks for the heart, me Ibrahimovic. Thank you for the follow, Melissa. Final score: Turkey 2, USA 3. Is USA going to win? Let's see. US will make a comeback, I think. Do we think US subs in the starters? US don't need to win this game, guys. They don't need to win. I thought Turkey and Paraguay were on the same points. Turkey are bottom of the table. Turkey have lost to both Paraguay and Australia. They can't finish anywhere but 4th. Turkey are going to finish bottom of this group. That's not going to change. 4-2 Turkey, US. Don't spam. Don't spam, Lane. You're spamming too many times. You guys are literally spamming the same comment. Making life easy for me. Why is Baris so slow in the World Cup? Who's that? Turkey striker? Yeah. Turkey finishing bottom regardless of whatever happens in this game. Australia and Paraguay for the second half. Who's going to win? Let's see. Let's see. The first half was a terrible watch. Thank you for the follow, Danny. Do you think US will come back? Do I think the US will come back? Guys, I mean, if you joined this live at the very beginning, you would have heard me say that they have rotated massively. The US have rotated massively. There's only one player playing, and that's McKennie. The rest are on the bench because they don't need to start. They don't need to start. Like, is there like anybody here watch NFL or I don't know, NBA or anything like that? Is there ever a circumstance where a team has to play a game, but they've already won and the other team has already lost? Has that happened? How can that happen? Because that's exactly what's happened in this game. One team has already won and the other team has already lost. So obviously the team that's won is going to have another important game, so they're not going to play all their main players. Does that happen in the US? Well, I mean, I don't know what sports. It's basically a friendly, yeah, that's what it is. For the US, it's a friendly, and for Turkey, pretty much the same. But I just don't know if there's a sport where I'm trying to think. Like, it's done. Like, yeah, Turkey pretty much cooked. Like, it makes no difference. Like, Turkey have lost. Turkey have lost. Even if they win this game, they've lost. Like, that's. I don't know how to explain it to you guys any better. Turkey could win this game, but they're not winning. They're not winning. They're not winning. It's like a normal game with no meaning of whoever. Literally, like it's hard to explain though, because there's another game left for the US and no game left for Turkey. It's hard to explain that it means nothing to both teams. Like points wise or position in the league, it means nothing. Like the US are gonna finish in first. They're gonna play again. Turkey, whatever they do, have lost. Have been knocked out. On top of that, because the US are going to play again and they know they've finished first, they've changed everybody. They've changed every single player. Yeah, literally what W saying. And they've rotated heavily. The US have rotated so heavily. Like, it's a complete contrast to the team that was selected for the first game. A complete contrast. It's two different sides. It's literally the second team. And people are asking me, can they come back? The US don't care. US have won the group. They've not just qualified, they've won the group. Oh, it happens in rugby. It happens in cricket too as well. I know it happens in cricket. Like in the fourth game, like it can happen there as well. But people are asking me if they can come back because they've got something on. They might do. They have played well, US, but they don't need to. The US don't need to do anything really. I mean, they need to score goals obviously because they've got fans in the stadium. But that's it. In terms of points and like jeopardy, there's nothing at stake. We have first string and second string or backups for important players. Yeah, this is the second string. It's the second string team, and like it's what you do at this point. You've won the group, won the qualified. Job is done for the US. Paraguay and Turkey can have same goal difference and same points for Turkey. Turkey are out, brother. Maybe Turkey are gonna leave the competition as soon as this game ends. They can score 20 goals, it's not gonna make a difference. This game will honestly can't stand American fans. Do we think Turkey is gonna win? What do you think the final score will be for the Turkey versus USA? We're gonna see more goals because both teams are playing with the pressure's gone. There's no pressure in this game. There's no pressure. It's just who can score. There could have been so much on the line if Turkey got a result against either Paraguay or Australia, but they got nothing against both. Even if they had a point coming into this could be a penalty, not given. Hopefully they go out early. I'm gonna go down, guys. Get through the comments. Turkey out. Turkey out, brother. Turkey out. What do I think the final score is going to be? Remember 2022, France lost to Tunisia a similar match. Yeah, they won the group though, I think, at that point. I'm just trying to think. 22. 22. US have scored. US have scored. And it's 2-2, just like that. The B team is as strong as the A team. The B team is as strong as the A team. Touchdown USA. Goal USA. This game is going to have goals. It is going to have goals. I cannot tell you who's going to win this game because it's a no jeopardy game. Let's see this. Shot from, it's a good strike. It's a very good strike from distance. Keeper, he can't see it. The keeper can't see it, and when he does, it's too late. US backup is literally US scored, and they ain't even got good players on. This is actually funny. Yeah, imagine Turkey lose to the second team, not even the first team, the second team, because this is the second team. Turkey are drawing with the second team. It's 2-2. USA win. Turkey versus USA. We don't know who's winning, as it doesn't matter. Hopefully, US wins for my. I mean, Turkey can't beat a USB team. I mean, sums it all up. Seems like Team A, Team B is setting USA on. Both teams are good. Is the US game worth 100%? The other game is definitely not worth watching. I mean, 50 minutes, and I'm just watching the US one. I've got both on. I think I've watched about 2 minutes of the Australia game against Paraguay and 48 minutes of the other game. US B team is like the children of A team, and they're still having on Turkey. Thank you for the follow, blood. Paraguay game is W. It's not worth watching, man. It's been so bad. It has been so bad. Both teams know a point is enough. If Turkey don't win this, it will be devastating for their confidence in future. Bro, the confidence is gone after losing to Australia and Paraguay. Turkey should never lose to Australia or Paraguay. Turkey should never lose to Australia. It's as simple as that. Turkey should not be losing to Australia. Ronaldo so bad. If USA win, I will drop a. Appreciate it, W. You don't have to, man. I appreciate it. 2-2. I don't know. What do you want, Daniel? I'll be honest with you. Turkey. I thought against his second string USA team, they'd put up. US are through here. Turkey have the ball. Keeper's got it. Agreed. Pulisic is warming up. Turkey overrated. USA comeback. What a goal from USA. It was a great goal. I don't have to, but I need to be here every day. I never actually watch the game. Just sit here listening to you. Appreciate it, W, man. Just trying to keep you guys entertained and give you as much info as possible. The only info I can give you right now is USA have won it. Turkey have finished bottom. In the other game, there's still, 38 minutes. And either team could win it. Not with passes like that. Goodness gracious. I saw Turkey finishing first. What a disappointment. They never should have lost. Exactly. They shouldn't have lost to Australia. Paraguay is different, but they should not be losing to Australia. Turkey right now should be on either 6 or 7 points. It should be either 6. It should be 6, and then whatever happens here. That's how it should have been. 6 points, and then a shootout with the US for top spot. But now, US have rested everybody, and Turkey are out. It should have been first or second for Turkey. Literally, both teams right now should be on 6. It should be US on 6 points, Turkey on 6 points. Winner takes the group. I like that you're not who always talk about no tips. We don't do tips here. I'm not doing no tips. This is not the place for that. Turkey ain't even. I don't know how they out. Just been so poor. Couldn't beat a Paraguay team. Couldn't even equalize against the Paraguay team who had a man down. As an Armenian American. I love this. Glad you do. Armenia, could they have been at the World Cup? I mean, Armenia have one player that I know. I don't know any other player. And he used to play for my team, Mkhitaryan. Henrik Mkhitaryan. But I'm glad you're enjoying this, Halsey. The US game is definitely more enjoyable than the other one. Australia, Paraguay, like these two, if they do end up making it, both might make it. If they both make it, both are not going far. I think the US will go further than both of these teams. I mean, these teams, where is the quality? Where is the quality? Pulisic warming up. USB squad just tied the group winners. Paraguay versus Australia, like watching, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like US don't even need to play, but they're playing better. US backup team pretty good. It is pretty good. The England versus Ghana match was yeah. Let's forget about that game. Turkiye will win this. Maybe, let's see. Australia, Paraguay don't deserve to be in the last 32. They don't. I think they'd struggle against you guys. Honestly, the way these lot are playing, they're playing not to lose, but then when they have the ball, there is no quality. Australia played the game so smart. The first game, they parked the bus. Torre Irankunda and Siso is so good. They had Torre and Irankunda, and they just kept playing long balls. And those two were a threat. The US vs Turkey, actually, it is. It's a very good game. It's a very good game. It's basically a friendly, but it's a friendly both want to win. Do you have any thoughts on Behalta's quality? He scored a great goal. Do you think he will get looked outside the MLS? Possibly. I think a lot of the US team will, but majority of the US team already we know about. Majority of the US team play in the big leagues. Like Pulisic has played for Dortmund, he plays for Milan, played for Chelsea. Balogun used to play for Arsenal. Uh, Tillman's at Leverkusen. They're all in the big leagues. The US team this year is different to the old US teams. Completely different. This US team, they've got players that play in the big leagues. McKennie plays for Juve. Adams plays for Bournemouth. Robinson at Fulham. Dest at PSV. Richards at Palace. They've got players that we all know. Like Europeans all know. The world all know. Pulisic, everybody knows. And he's coming on. Christian Pulisic is on. How fit is he? He's fit enough for the last 34 minutes of this game. You should look at the history between Turkey and Armenia. Yes, it's not good history. Not good history, I don't think. But yeah, Armenia they had one amazing player. If I'm not mistaken, that's where Mkhitaryan's from. Let's check. Mkhitaryan, I'm sure he's Armenian. Yeah, he's Armenian. Very good player, but he's old now. All these teams are weak. Best finish from this group is round of 32. Manchester United player Mkhitaryan, good one. JJ, come on, man. Come on, man. You got Sanchez. You had that Sanchez, that stinking Sanchez. I don't know what happened to Sanchez. He joined United and completely fell off a cliff. Like, oh my word. There was How can Sanchez go from being one of the best in the Premier League to being arguably one of the worst wingers in the league? Life been tough lately, so I'm blessing. These two games ain't even the same sport, bro. They're not. They're not. One game has quality, one doesn't. It's as simple as that. One has Enciso and Irankunda, and the other has teams. Like if this game did not have Enciso and Irankunda, there's no point watching it. Irankunda, Irankunda, he's completely messed that up. Irankunda. Where are we with the comments? Do you see a goal happening in the Paraguay vs Australia game? It looks bad. That game looks so bad. The US game looks great. US on the attack. US on the attack. Corner USA. Corner USA. Paraguay game is so bad because they both need to draw or win to continue. Yeah, they parked the bus. Both teams, they're not parked the bus. There's just no quality. Like they're Irankunda from distance blocked. They don't have quality, these teams. I think Paraguay have more quality than Australia, but there's just not enough. Both teams are going to struggle in knockouts, no matter who they play. Shot blocked. Yeah, he's from Armenia. Did you watch the Ecuador game? I did. I did. Did you? Sanchez was very good at Marseille. He was good everywhere but Manchester United. I don't know why. Even at Inter Milan, he was decent. At Barcelona, he was good. That one place, not it. I will W. Hopefully, we get there, man. Hopefully, we push on. And Ciso is the only player that really can do something. Goes down, no foul. No foul, he's stayed down. Paraguay both want to draw. I had so much hope for Turkiye to can't even beat US B team. That sums it all up. That literally sums it all up. Can't beat the US B team. We need one of them to win for Egypt to qualify. One of who to win, Mohammed? Egypt in a whole different group. Egypt in a group with Iran, New Zealand, and Belgium. Oh, to qualify with 4 points. I get what you mean. US on the attack. US on the attack is Pulisic. It's Pulisic. Keeper saves. And it's been put wide by Aronson. Where you from? I'm from London. What about you, W? Where are you from? I want Turkey to win because I hate USA, but I know not from there. Thoughts on Paraguay versus Australia? Shocking game. Honestly, shocking game. Australia and Paraguay are the most predictable 0-0 ever, I think. This is going down as one of the worst. Fellaini, is this the worst? This is definitely in contention. It's literally Enciso versus Irankunda. Rest of them, I mean, what have they done? Paraguay and Australia both look like they couldn't care less. Turkey bang average. It's a pity. When country you go for? When country you go for? I don't know if that's what country I want to win, what country I'm from, what country I'm in. I don't know what that question is. Chance US blocked. Who are you thinking is going to win? Which game? I mean, the US have been a lot better than Turkey in the second half. A lot better. It's just the US going for it. Turkey completely fallen off this half. To be honest, draw suits them both. Was always going to be boring. That Ghana game had me ripping my eyeballs out. Won't bring it home like playing like that. Yeah, the Ghana game, there was no need for Rice and Anderson. I said it at the time. He had to take one off at half time. He didn't do it. He persisted with both till the end. And look what happened. Thoughts on Portugal so far? Looked very poor against DR Congo, and then Uzbekistan is just too hard to judge. Because Uzbekistan, who did they have? Kusanov, one or two others. One or two others. I'm embarrassed to be an Australian at the moment. They're playing. Honestly, Casa is such a bad game. It's such a bad game. It's Iran Kunda versus Enciso. Australia have Iran Kunda and Paraguay have Enciso. The rest of the players have not done anything. Enciso, he's lost it. What do you think the score is going to be in US game? US have been the better team in the second half, but we're about to hit a hydration break. You don't know what's going to happen after that. Hydration break is coming. Hydration break is almost upon us. We need to see Portugal. Yeah, we need to see Portugal play Colombia. That's what we need to see, and then you can judge Portugal, because Colombia is not going to be easy. When we see that game, then we will know if Portugal are the real deal. Are they the real deal? We'll find out. Is anyone going to score in the Australia game? Probably not, because 4 points is enough for both. All the matches are fixed. What makes you say that? Does it look like 2-2 or 3-2 to US or 4-2? It looks like US are trying to score and Turkey just want to go home. That's what it looks like. I think they are, and Portugal will drop a masterclass and maybe win 3-1. That's the game. If they beat Colombia convincingly, then you can look at Portugal and say, okay, they mean business. But right now, they've drawn with DR Congo and they were so bad in that game. And Uzbekistan, like, come on, you have to beat Uzbekistan. They scored 5 goals. Chance, Turkey, it's been cleared. It's been cleared. Give Australia team some Weetabix and Vegemite. Unk, quick, should I put? We don't do that here. No tips. Watch the hydration break. Get these games off. What, make it even worse? How much worse can it get? Like in this Paraguay Australia game, how much worse can it get? Who you have? We don't do tips, guys. No tips. We just watch games. Viva Turkiye. I think they were coming in. I think they were coming in was their worst match by far, just like Spain. That US game is one of the most entertaining so far. There's no pressure. There's no pressure, so both teams are going for it. It's starting to get half decent. Yeah, I think the last 7-8 minutes, but now we're going to have a hydration break. Do you think Messi will play against Jordan? I think Messi will play every single minute because for Messi, he wants to become the top goal scorer. And he doesn't want Mbappe to break it. And if he doesn't play, there's a chance that Mbappe does eventually break that record. So Messi's going to try and stat pad the hell out of Jordan, who are already eliminated. And if Messi does start, you expect him to score goals. If Argentina score, it's Messi scoring the goals. Literally, that's what it is. It is Messi scoring the goals. Turkey managing to crack under no pressure. Turkey probably should have played like they are now in the games they actually needed to win. Yeah, that's what they should have done. We don't do any of that here. On this World Cup is so bad. We just watch the games and hope for goals. Hopefully we get goals. We've had 4 in one game, which has been a very good game. The other game, may as well switch the TV off now. Unfortunately for Messi, Mbappe got 2 more World Cups in him. It's true. That's why Messi needs to get as many goals as possible in this World Cup. But Mbappe is going to break that record one day, and it's probably at the next World Cup. I think Jordan will be harder than everyone thinks because they have no pressure at all. Neither do Argentina. Argentina won the group. Pressure is such a factor. Yeah, this game is there's no pressure. That's why both teams going for it are like it's just for pride and for the fans in the stadium. US have won the group and topped and qualified. Turkey are out. No matter what they do, it makes no difference. We all just vibe together. It's fun. Does Australia even try to score? I think now they'll try to score with the last 25 minutes. But I think Paraguay will too. We might get a goal. Teams are so inconsistent. Haven't noticed him. Which one is the bold crook? Haven't noticed who, Mads. What was the comment you sent before that? No idea, Mads, what you're on about. Just message again. Thank you for the follow, Nasrul. Thank you for the follow, Mads. USA, Paraguay, and Australia finding the answer to what happens if everyone parks the bus. Yeah. That is, it's not what everyone parks the bus, it's what happens if both teams show no quality. This is not a park the bus issue, this is a no quality issue. Score prediction: Paraguay vs Australia. Turkey going to win 3-2. Infantino, of course. Oh, Infantino, is he at this game? Which game is he at? Which game is he at? He gets to go to see like what 4 or 5 games a day. I don't know how he manages it. Like there's so much traveling. When do you rest? Like people ask me when I rest. When does he rest? The guy is traveling non-stop in between games. How does he manage it? Thank you for the follow, Liz. Why is USA slacking? It's the B team. They're not slacking. They're the team that looks like scoring. Facts, USA gonna win. Thoughts? Probably. I mean, they look the better team. They have looked the better team since the second half started. I watched only 15, 20 minutes of the last 2 matches. Does it count as a watch? Yeah, I mean, you watched a little bit of it. You have watched a little bit. Knockouts is when it really begins. The knockouts, you don't want to miss a second. Yildiz comes so close. Kenan Yildiz comes so close, it's wide. Not close enough. Paraguay game will tie. Am I right when I say they need to either draw to both continue or if one scores the other team? So if let's say Paraguay score, I think Australia will qualify as one of the 8. But if Australia score, Paraguay will be in trouble. I think Paraguay will be on the same goal difference as South Korea. I'm going to check that now just to be sure. But yeah, if Australia score, Paraguay are in big trouble. They'll literally be level on goal difference with Scotland. However, they've scored one more goal. They'll be behind South Korea. So really, what these managers should do is just quick handshake and just say, you know what, we take a point each. I don't know, that's why I asked. I don't know how he does it. Honestly, I don't know how he does it. Like, obviously he's got a private jet. But like, how can you do so much flying and get to so many games? Given that there's an hour turnaround in between the games. And like the US is massive. And CISO. How has the Australia game been? Pumper is not been good. He has not been good. He sleeps on the private jet. Yeah, but it's so much traveling though. So much traveling. Surely he should just pick 2 games for the day and just watch those. He got a jet sponsored by Qatar. Yeah, I mean, he is the president. Obviously, once it gets to the knockouts, he'll be able to see games in full. Why Paraguay is lacking. Need to ask them, not me. Need to ask them, not me. What game is everyone looking forward to tomorrow? France, Norway for me, that's for sure. What about you, Lola? What are you looking forward to? Mbappe versus Haaland, Irankunda. US going to lose. Is Australia going to win? What would happen if Australia loses this game? Then it's a case of have to look at the group again to see where they would finish. But I think goal difference wise, as it stands, they're on 0. So it's not the end of the world. They'd be on -1. They'd be level with South Korea. They would be identical with South Korea. If Paraguay score, they would have the same points, the same goal difference, the same goals scored, and the same goals conceded as South Korea. And then they start looking at yellow cards. So you need to see who's got more yellow cards in the 3 games. That's the next thing that gets factored in. So if Paraguay score, things will get really technical. I'm stressing if Portugal beat Colombia, how big of a game will Portugal? Huge, James. Like, it will be the biggest game of this World Cup, bar the final. Bar the final, it will be the biggest game. Thank you for the follow, DYQ. Can Australia score? Not good for who? If they draw, both go through. If they draw, both will probably go through. Paraguay will go through as well. He's frozen and has 3 clones. He's everywhere. He is everywhere, honestly. What time is your screen on? 75, 76 in the Paraguay Australia game, and the other one 76 as well. Thank you for the follow. Life been tough lately. It will be difficult for Norway. But Lola, which game are you excited for? Obviously, Canada play South Africa, but out of the group games that are left, which game are you looking forward to? Why did they let Pulisic play? They brought him on. He never started the game. He came on as a sub, and now Dest and Freeman are coming on as subs. Thank you for the follow, Frimpong. This Montella has lost the plot. Where are the substitutes? Substitutions. Is there any goal between Paraguay and Austria? Nothing, brother. Nothing exciting. No chances. It's been a poor game. Thank God the other game was good. My ancestors are French, so I'm going for France. Fair enough. And I'll tell you now, you will not be disappointed tomorrow because if Mbappe plays, Mbappe scores. If Mbappe plays, Mbappe scores. Portugal, Colombia, that's coming up soon. How do you think the games will end? I think there'll be a winner in this game between the US and Turkey. Someone will score. The other game, I think they could play for another 15 hours, no one scoring. There's just no good turn. Kept in play. Let's throw in Australia. What about you, Pompa? What do you think? Let's see. Draw Paraguay, Australia, and 3-2 for US. Canada best player hasn't played yet. It's crazy. Yeah, Alfonso Davis still hasn't played. He's going to play soon. Um, side. Side? Is this last game for today? Last game for today. A lot of England fans where I live. In Canada. Wait. Yeah, in Canada, right? A lot of England fans. Why, is there a game there? Where's the next England game? Oh, it's got to be in. I'm sure it's in Boston, no? Or is it in Canada? Where's the final game? Final game is in the New Jersey Stadium. I'm excited for France versus Norway. Really wanted to watch Cape Verde and Senegal. Games won't be able to. Can't you watch both on Telemundo, Smitten? They might show it. Thank you for the follow, Jackie. Anyone got a feeling Paraguay, Australia just kicking the ball around? Yeah, I mean, that's what we've seen for 80 minutes, Kessler. They've literally just been kicking it around. Yes, a lot of English descendants. Ah, okay, fair enough. But that's in Canada, right? One more goal in this game. Give us a winner. In the other game, just end it now, please, ref. Turkey need 2 goals to get third, and they need Paraguay not to score. Turkey out, brother. Turkey finished bottom of the group. I'm sorry how Turkey had gone from losing to Paraguay and Australia to somehow competing with US. Will US win? Draw in both. Pompa's just straight in there, draw in both games. Turkey on the attack, though. Shot goes way over. I'm glad Scotland are going home. It's not done yet, though. Most countries streaming Turkey, USA. I think it's because they're the host. Must be the reason. Thank you for the follow, Shaw. 2 games, 2 draws. Bro, do you think Paraguay or Australia will have any goals? 81 minutes, they've not had chances. I don't know what's going to change. You never know, but. And Ciso. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be him. And Ciso wide. Wide. Might play Candy Crush as it's boring. You haven't started, Casa. This whole time you haven't been playing Candy Crush. You've actually been sitting there watching this. Most people in Atlantic Canada are English, French, Irish, and Scottish. Oh, damn, I didn't know that. English, French, Irish, and Scottish. Wow, okay. It's a mad mix. I had no idea. I'll be honest. Paraguay parked the bus at the back. 5-1. They knew what they are doing. What time is it where you live? It is 4:45 a.m. Australia on the attack. Australia on the attack. Bro, I just put Turkey, Japan, Australia. I feel bad for Korea. They deserve to qualify. They don't. Korea don't deserve. They were so bad against South Africa. And I guess against Mexico, they should have got a point. Yeah, I guess you could make the case. But against South Africa, they were so bad. So bad. Chance for Turkey to break. It's given away. Guler. Arda Güler. Arda Güler from distance. Arda Güler finds the pass. It's poor ball. Yes, watching this bad match, and it has been a bad match. These draws are so boring. Now, I think the US game's good. The US Turkey game is actually good. I put draws all 3. I'm losing all my. We don't do tips here, guys, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, maybe we gotta do that. Maybe we gotta do that. Turkey and USA are gonna tie 2-2. I'm calling it. Let's see. Let's see if we get a goal. Just one. Just one goal is all we want. At this point, just one goal. No one is winning. Turkey scoring 1 goal is crazy. They've scored 2. They scored 2. They're going to leave the World Cup with 2 goals. Same for Australia and Paraguay. Poor ball. US were through. Turkey have a free kick. Bad games, I have to be honest. I mean, the US one, there's nothing to play for. So, like, there's no real jeopardy. It's just a case of who's going to win. The other game has been a tough watch. Thank you for the follow, Jax. Thank you for the follow, Frank Woe. 3-2 Turkey. How many shots has... No idea. They're going to tie 2-2. How many shots? I can check. Let me check. Pepe... Is Pepe still on the pitch? He is, I think, still on the pitch. Let's see. Pepe. Pepe. Pepe, 0 shots on target. Pepe, 0 shots on target. Who's going to score the 5th goal in this game? Is it going to be USA? Or is it going to be Turkey? Turkey on the attack. Goulet goes out wide. Back to Goulet. Who's scoring, guys? Are we going to get a goal? He's had 1 shot. 1 shot, Chris. Are we going to get another goal? Turkey have a throw-in. This Paraguay-Australia game, the ref should just... There should be no added time. When it hits 90, end the game, ref. Nobody wants to score. Nobody wants to score. Why would they not want to score? Because both are going through. Both of them are going through, so they're happy to take a point. I knew they wouldn't want to score in the Australia game. Literally, that's what they haven't wanted to score. Are we going to get any more games like this? Is there going to be any more like this? I know Austria, Algeria, but at the same time, Messi's going to play, so Messi's going to save us. Senegal, Iraq, they're going to try and win. Norway, France, Norway are going to try and win. In the other group, yeah, we're not going to have an issue between Cape Verde, Saudi. Somebody has to win. Uruguay, Spain, Uruguay have to win. Egypt, Iran. I think a draw suits both teams. New Zealand, Belgium have to win. Croatia, Ghana, we could see a draw. Croatia, Ghana could be a draw. But then again, Croatia want to finish second. And then Colombia, Portugal, both will want to win and top the group. DR Congo will want to win. And then Messi. And then Messi. Messi. What's going on these games seems unfair to those who paid lots for tickets. It's true, but it's just the way it's worked out, Smithson. It's the final group game. Like, the US were great in the first 2. In the first game, in the first half against Paraguay, the US put in an exceptional performance. That first half, incredible. Incredible in that first half. And they've done the job. In the second game, they got the win. In the third game, I guess you got to prepare for the round of 32. Chance here for Turkey. Chance, he's missed here. He's not even kicked the ball. He's missed the ball. How to both tied. Yes, head to head, it's probably going to be like that. How both tied. Haaland versus Mbappe. Gabriel, Premier League winner 2025-26. Algeria, come on USA. Well, 0.5. There's over a minute plus added time. I just hope there's no added time. Oh, Australia, Australia, Australia. Wide, wide, wide. US got Bosnia, a little easy win. I was going to say it depends on the opponents. They'd be drawn to get not just their position. I haven't had to mute anyone for a while, but guess we need to remember how to use the buttons. You looked geeked. Geeked. What's geeked? Geeked. Can't read the rest, unfortunately. You got Paraguay to win both. Life been tough lately. I'm curious to know how these people are gonna get blessed. How are you planning to bless these people? Just for curiosity, I've seen it happen. I've seen the comment multiple times. I just want to know how they'll be blessed. What kind of blessing are they going to receive? I'm just curious. I don't know if you guys in the chat have seen that comment, but I'm just curious as to know how they will be blessed. Honestly, like I've seen that comment so many times. Or I'll pay your bills, I'll do this. I just want to know how. How. They have to find out by messaging. No, but you need to give us some info. You need to give us some info. Listen, go for it, Lola. You never know. You never know. All you got to do is God did, and something could happen. Something could happen. But I'm just curious. Like, yeah, I'm just curious. It's happened so many times in these lives. Yeah, Scotland need to pack their bags. Surely no coming back now. Very slim chance. Bosnia is strong defensive team. We're all curious, honestly. Through internet magic. It's a bot account, don't worry. Nobody responded. They have to find out by messaging. So they actually responded. So it's not a bot. Definitely not a bot. Let him pay my rent. I should never know. I mean, they've said that multiple times. We'll pay your rent. We'll do this. We'll do that. Yeah. Bye bye, Chuck Guzel. Is that a midfielder? I think he's one of their midfielders, right? I've seen it too. Not the first time. Yeah, so many times. Can't until you message. They'll bless you by taking generations of savings. They say they'll transfer. Chance. That was a good chance, Paraguay. That was a good chance. Not taken. Not taken. I'm good, brother. Appreciate the message though. Against him, LC. I'm so confused. Against who? Against the person with the comment? Bless you. I'm streaming. Oh, yeah. Where are mods? I don't know what your last comment was referring to, LC. Wait, it wasn't a bot for once. Bots usually drop their messages. Yeah, it wasn't a bot. They responded. They responded. I'm not going to read that out, brother. I mean, I get it. You're Turkish. You think he's bad, but I can't read out the comment. I can't read that out. Can US score? Thank you for the follow, fan. I don't know. Also, you sent a message, a comment, but I'm not sure in relation to what. I mean, that's where we're at. The fact that we're discussing someone joining the live and messaging, commenting, God did. and trying to figure out what it means. That's what the football's been like tonight, guys. That is what the football has been like. Obviously, you've seen 4 goals, but the US won the group already. Turkey were eliminated, and the other two teams could not have played any worse. They honestly could not have played any worse. Like, this game could not have been any more boring. Like, they've tried their absolute best to make it the most boring game to watch at 3 in the morning. Just saw an English guy so happy to take pics with Trump. Really? English guy. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people do like Trump. A lot of people do like him, and obviously some don't. Hope Turkey score now. Maybe it was God that made Australia and Paraguay pass the ball for 90 minutes. It's been a pain to watch. There's 30 seconds left of it, and then thank God I don't need to see this again. They're not going to play each other again. There's two minutes left in the US game. God, this game has been so bad. It's definitely up there, top 3, maybe top 2 worst games of this World Cup. And like, I get it, might be Australian, and in the chat, or Paraguayan. You might be Paraguayan. You're definitely Australian. Goodness gracious me, you're both probably through. US, Australia through. US have qualified already. US have a chance. No. Australia goes through. Paraguay most likely will go through too. But goodness gracious me, what a bad game. What a bad game of football. That was not football. That was anything but football. And it ends 0-0. Australia have done it. They're through to the round of 32. And I think Paraguay will be there soon. Paraguay will be there soon. But that's far from being the case for me. American Vegas made bank today. Who they play next? Paraguay and Australia. So Australia is going to be confirmed. Australia is going to be confirmed. Let's have a look. Now that there's no games, we can have a look. Australia. US is confirmed as well. So US will be playing as it stands. No, US will be playing Bosnia. That's confirmed. It's US Bosnia on the 2nd of July, 1 in the morning for me. Different times for everybody in the chat. But US play Bosnia. And then where on earth are Australia? As it stands, Australia play Iran. Comments. It's called Football Bro. The time added on is too long. Good night, Smitten. Have a good night. Just waiting for the game to end, and then we're going to call it a night as well. We are. US didn't play their best players. US didn't need to. The US didn't need to, and US still didn't lose. Like, how Turkey have not beat this team with the players they had on the pitch? Yildiz, Yilmaz, Güler, they had great players on the pitch, and they still didn't win. The US first team is great. The US second team is good. US second team can get a draw. But my Turkey at this World Cup have been so disappointing. So disappointing. Absolutely awful. But yeah. Have a good night, Romain. Have a good night. We're just gonna wait for it all to be said and done. Tomorrow we ride again. Tomorrow, yeah, we'll be back. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. for the next 2 games. But yeah, we're just gonna wait for these games to end. And then we are gonna call it a night. And I'll be honest, after that Paraguay and Australia game, I'm gonna go straight to bed. Like, that game has taken out all of the energy that I had. Sucked it all out. It has definitely sucked. That game was awful to watch. Thank you for the follow, Russ. Like, I don't want to complain about the World Cup and football, but that wasn't a football match. Chance. Clear. Turkey have scored. Turkey have scored. They do actually get a win at the World Cup. They're celebrating like they won it. They're celebrating like they've won the World Cup. They've been eliminated. They have been knocked out of the World Cup, but they're celebrating it like they've won the World Cup. They've finished bottom of the group, no matter what happens. But yeah, they're celebrating as if that is the final. It is not the final. It is not the final. Yeah, Turkey have got a goal. Turkey have got a goal. Let's see this. It's poor defending at the back. Yeah, it's not a great goal to concede, I'll be honest. Turkey have got the goal. Doesn't make a difference. They're still going to lose and be out. Well, they're going to win this game and still get eliminated. They just had to get a point from Paraguay. They didn't do that. They didn't beat Paraguay. They didn't draw with Paraguay. And they lost to Australia. Turkey touchdown. Oh my god, no way. Turkey won. Turkey scored, but it makes no difference, guys. Turkey eliminated, US still finished top. The only thing this does, honestly, is going to have to make me change my video that I was about to make. Instead of saying a 2-2 draw, I've just got to say Turkey won by 3-2. That's the only difference. In terms of the places where they are, nothing changes. Nothing changes. Everybody stays exactly where they started. Like, literally, this group has not changed once. From the moment both games started to now, everybody has stayed in the same place. Everybody has stayed in the exact same place. As I said before, bye-bye Socceroos. Socceroos qualified. Socceroos qualified. US have obviously qualified too. Paraguay, I think, will qualify soon. But yeah, Turkey do get the win. Turkey do get the win. Everybody's going crazy. Embarrassing, acting like they won. Yeah, they're just going crazy like they've won the World Cup. And I get it. You've won a game, but they're eliminated. They are eliminated. They should have done this 2 games ago. They should have done this against Australia. They should have done it in the second half against Paraguay. But they didn't. They didn't. But yeah, they are celebrating. The way they started celebrating for the goal, you think that was the goal to save them, but clearly not. Clearly not. Hate watch completed. Scotland still have a chance. Thank you, Australia. Scotland still have a chance. I don't think you should thank Australia. I think if anything, you would have wanted one of the teams out of Australia and Paraguay to win by a big margin. It never happened. That's what you would have wanted if you're Scotland, not a draw. Because a draw, now you have to forget about that group because they both have 4 points. So the third place team, Paraguay, definitely finish above. But if Australia had have won by a goal, 2 goals, a 2-goal win for Australia, Paraguay would have been below Scotland. So a draw doesn't help. Does not help. It does not help. They're leaving on a good note. Yeah, I mean, they've got a win, celebrating like they've won the whole thing. But they are out, and the US have won the group. US have won the group. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. So, what's happened tonight in terms of Paraguay, Australia? Absolutely nothing happened. I mean, it was a nothing game. There was nothing in that game. It was the most boring game to watch. In the other game, Turkey did beat US by 3-2, and it makes no difference. US won the group. We all knew that before the game. They'd won the group before the game even started. Turkey, for pride's sake, have won a game at the World Cup. They still have been eliminated. They're going to finish bottom of the group regardless. Makes no difference. So as it stands, there's no as it stands, confirmed. US win the group. We all knew that. 6 points. 4 points Australia in second, qualify. Paraguay also have 4 points in third place. They will probably qualify. It just hasn't been confirmed yet. Soon it will be. Soon they will qualify, and obviously Turkey finish in fourth with 3 points. And that's the group done. That is the group done. Group D done. US have won it. It's their group. Australia in second, Paraguay in third, and Turkiye in fourth. But yeah, thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the follows. It's been 2 games where one did not deliver at all, and the game that we didn't think would deliver delivered. It delivered 5 goals, just what we wanted to see: goals, drama, and that's what we got in a game that was basically a friendly. But yeah, that is it for tonight, guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the follows. We will be back tomorrow, 7:45, for the next 2. And the next 2, France versus Norway, Senegal versus Iraq, Mbappe versus Haaland. We will be there. It's going to be a great watch. I will see you guys very soon. Have a good night. Have a good day wherever you guys are. See you guys soon.